Okay, YouTubers, here we are at North Sydney Station now. I don't know how well the Scientologists will take to a guy, riding a unicycle with a beanie on. I might take the beanie off before I get there, just to seem a bit more respectable. But yeah, so we're going into Castlereagh Street in the city. I've actually got an appointment with some Scientologists. They don't want me to bring the camera, so I told them, well, I need to bring it anyway because I'm filming some other stuff in the city. But I won't necessarily be filming them. So we'll see how it goes. It could be interesting. Anyway, and even if we don't get to film them and get any interview on tape, we'll at least get to, I'll at least have a shitload of info that I can talk to you about, and we can all have a laugh at their expense. Does this make me a narcissist? Oh well. Hey, alright, I'll see you there. I'll see you in the city. Okay, we're at the Dianetics Information Center for the Church of Scientology. I don't know if you can see that behind me. I've taken the beanie off, I've gotten rid of the earphones. I'm trying to look as respectable and sincere as possible. I can be sincere. My father's dying of lung cancer. I'm going to come into a large inheritance soon. I got off drugs with the help of a higher power, which I don't know what it was. So, we're going to try and run those lines on these people and see how it goes. Now, I've got to have to turn my camera off when I enter because I really want to get an interview with these people. And my only way to do it is by treating them respectfully because that's what they want. So, I don't know how the unicycle's going to go down, but, not to worry. I'm a lost soul in need of guidance. Do Scientologists care about that? Or is that Christians? Anyway, yeah, I always get these strange looks when I'm talking to a camera. But, hey, like I said, it's for your entertainment. So I'm going to go in and talk to the receptionist. I'm here on time for my appointment, so we'll see how it goes. See how it goes from the Church of Scientology. Very interesting. Anyway, regardless of whether we get an interview or not, I'm going to go and talk to them with the camera on or off, and I'll tell you about it later. So, word to your mothers, YouTubers, and I'll speak to you soon. Hopefully with a Church of Scientology member, but I'd say my luck's not going to be so good. But we'll give it a go. Okay, see you soon.
Alright, YouTubers, well, I went in, I got the brainwashing video and everything. Of course, they confiscated my camera, which was a damn shame because I wanted to film. Oh my god, you should have seen it. It was, there was so much brainwashing. They pretty much told me in the film that I can make a choice to either, go with Scientology or walk out of there and be an idiot. So I got my information, the Church of Scientology, can honesty rebuild what secrets destroy. I got my this is Scientology, an overview of the world's fastest growing religion. I got my free personality test, my free IQ and personality test. I got the L. Ron Hubbard Dynamics Seminar. Drugs, toxins and radiation prevent spiritual games. Well, that's something I would agree with. But the strange thing about it was they were all really lovely people, and they said that we don't have a philosophy that you have to believe in, but you believe what you see to be true for yourself. So I'm going to do this personality test. When I get back home, I'll read you some of the questions, okay, and we can go through it together. I think I'll probably save it for another video, doing the Scientology personality test together. And that'll bore the shit out of you, won't it? But it was just a shame they confiscated my camera when I went in. But they were nice people, so I'm not going to be too cynical on it. I'm in fact thinking of joining up just for the story. So I can say I was a Scientologist at one time. Alright, look, there's a shitload of people walking past me, highly embarrassing, but I'm glad I went and had my interview. I was in there for like a fucking hour, so I guess we're gonna have to find something else to do soon. We won't. Look, I mean, to tell you the truth, they were too nice to me for me to fucking be all foot in the door and try and film them. I wasn't gonna do it, you know. So we'll cruise around the city, and I actually got a phone call while I was in there, and it was my mate. He goes, "Oh yeah, what are you up to?" I said, "Oh, I'm just at a fucking Scientology place," and he just started laughing. So I had to hang up because I was standing next to a lady. But you know, to tell you the truth, some of their philosophies aren't that bad. So you know, we'll get back home. We'll read some of this together, okay? So just come out and slightly brainwashed. The film they showed, oh my god, it was so cheesy. It went for like 45 minutes. But it kept me interested because I'm just fascinated with this religion. I got to go and do a bit of research on it and find out what their true beliefs are. Because to me, believing in aliens and, you know, hydrogen bombs and, you know, volcanoes and spirits, you know, they said that if I decide to become a Scientologist, I can walk out of here and live for the next 1 trillion years. Whereas if I don't, I'll be in the bitter cold and darkness for the next 1 trillion years. So, you know, they say they don't use scare tactics and things like that and force kind of beliefs on you, but I mean, the brainwashing's begun, so let's join up and see if I can become like a level 5 thinker or something. Won't that be something? Alright, well look, we're going to unicycle through the city. I might see if we can find something more interesting to film, but there we go. This is me signing out on my little Scientology adventure. I'm sorry we didn't get an interview, but when it came down to it, they were too polite. Word to your mothers.
An interesting point, okay? Just as I came away, you saw me show you that pamphlet that Toxins Stop Spiritual Guidance. The guy I was just talking to just walked out smoking a cigarette. Is that a bit of a contradiction? Let me tell you something else while we walk away, while we put some distance between ourselves and the Scientologists. When I came out of their brainwashing seminar, that they, you know, showed me a 45-minute film, she came out and she gave me this big hardcover book, you know, must have been, you know, worth $47 or something, and she said, "Yeah, this is yours." And I was like, "Oh, thank you, that's so kind of you, cheers." She goes, "It's just $47.95. I went, "Okay." I don't have $47.95. I got about $22 in my wallet. In fact, she asked when I said, "I don't have $47.95, she goes, "How much do you have?" So, you know, the financial swindling has started straight away, but hey, you know, that's alright. It's what I was expecting. So, you know, there's another religion that, you know, is not going to be followed by me. But look, you know, it was all fun. You know, it was a good experience. Like I said, I might join up just for the sake of it, just for the fun. You know, just to say, you know, I was a Scientologist. You know, and get weird looks from people. But you know, it was all good. It was funny. But I mean, a few contradictions in there that that made it, yeah. Made it seem more like a brainwashing cult that wants your money more than anything else. But hey, best of luck to them. I'm going to fill out this free IQ and personality test and send it back to them to find out what kind of personality I have. They claim that as I do some auditing, which is going to cost me money, of course, that my IQ will increase. So, you know, as I think of more things to say, you know, I might turn the camera on and tell you about it, but pretty much, you know, it's about reaching spiritual freedom and, you know, achieving your goals through positivity and not being, you know, you're not meant to believe what you're told, in like as in the Christian faith. But then again, you know, they said in the Christian faith, if you don't believe what they say, you are, you know, going to burn in hell, you know. But then they told me at the end of the film, if I walk out of there and I'm not a Scientologist, I'm going to suffer in bitter and fucking coldness for the next 1 trillion years. So you tell me, is that a scare tactic or not? Okay guys, so we didn't get our interview. I know it was a bit of a bummer, but fuck have I got some interesting footage to you. Next coming up will be the glue-sniffing cross-dresser that I interviewed for about 10 minutes. And that's no shit. He was fucking crazy. So stay tuned for that one. Anyway, signing out with a word to your mother. Hope you liked that, my little Scientology adventure, even though it didn't really turn out, did it? Anyway, I've been away all day, so I've got some great stuff for you. You know, just you wait. Word.